Alright guys, put your tinfoil hats on for a second and listen to this theory. Dean Cipher is Dr. Godolkin, and Project Odessa has two phases. It's all about stabilizing Compound V in adults to create the master race of superpowered individuals to rule the world, and Marie is the key because of what she did to her mother's body after she was born. Welcome to the Super Real. My name is Zach, and this is my theater room. This is where all the videos happen. This is where all the videos take place. If this is your first time to the Super Real, let's start with the very first scene in this season because I believe it hints at the very bedrock of this theory. The scene is Dr. Godolkin running to stop his colleagues from taking Compound V because it's not ready.
Wait! It's not ready!
Compound V is unstable in adults as explained in The Boys Season 1.
It was actually very difficult and very messy using adult subjects. There's a good reason that Vought doesn't do it.
But Vought is still doing it at the Sage Grove facility. Anyways, his colleagues take the Compound V and soon die gruesome deaths because of the unstable powers. We see beakers of Compound V shattered on the floor and lit aflame around Dr. Godolkin as he tries to escape the lab to no avail. We see on his badge his name is Dr. Godolkin and he's working on Project Odessa. So I did not think for a second Dr. Godolkin died here because of all the Compound V that was around him and the low-hanging fruit of the clear twist that he's still alive. This was all but confirmed when we go to Dean Cipher's vault and find a person alive in the hyperbaric chamber looking like Anakin Skywalker from episode 3. Yeesh. So let's talk about Dean Cipher, or should we call him Dr. Gold? That's how Marie's aunt knows him.
It's Dr. Gold. He delivered you.
Talk about on the nose. He has to be a meat puppet controlled by Dr. Godolkin. He doesn't have V in his blood, but claims to be a soup. His diet is gross. It's deplorable. What is that, a whole chicken breast he's adding to this smoothie? Stop melting my eyes, bro. He's getting pure nutritional value. Bro probably can't even taste.
Cheat day.
He doesn't even feel pain. Meat puppet. And just listen to how he talks about this goat.
Here is no different than a bag of blood.
A living thing isn't a bag.
Since when? We're all just blood bags, walking, talking blood bags.
Big meat puppet guy. Also, his rhetoric isn't like any soup or normal person we've seen.
Having powers, it's incredibly complicated. And superphysiology has had to adapt and evolve beyond all reasonable expectations of what a body should be able to do.
Everyone is so obsessed with the marketing of the powers and not the optimization of the powers. Cipher talks like a doctor and not like the average bloke.
Well, the key to any successful experiment is to establish a baseline among one's subjects.
We're not your lab rats.
Also, Kate can't read his mind.
Haven't read his mind.
I can't. I've tried a million times, but I can't get in, and he won't let me close enough to push him.
Because someone else is using the Bluetooth, Kate. We all know The Boys is a parody of Marvel and DC. Godolkin is like a twisted Professor X in The Boys universe. I think he could be a very powerful psychic soup who is living life through this Dean Cipher / Dr. Gold character. And we see him take over Jordan easily. So if he could sync up to multiple meat puppets at once, that would explain why he knows everything. He can be a fly on the wall anywhere.
Like a meat puppet.
Also, his name is Cipher, which literally means a secret or disguised way of writing a code. Everything we're seeing has to be a misdirect because it's in the name, with the twist being Dr. Godolkin is really Dean Cipher. Hey, if you're enjoying the video so far, smash that subscribe button. This is premium YouTube stock. Moving on to Project Odessa, we know who Project Odessa is, but what is Project Odessa? I believe the goal of Project Odessa is to create a soup who can fast track the stabilization of Compound V so that it can be safe and 100% effective in adults. Or at the very least, the goal of Odessa is to stabilize V in adults, however that looks, with the overarching goal being the creation of the soup master race that will rule the world. Marie is the key to Project Odessa because of what she did to her mother's body after she was born. Let me take a step back and explain this, starting with that opening scene again. Why do you think they were showing us all the doctors taking Compound V and Dr. Godolkin saying it's not ready while wearing the badge to let us all know this whole operation was Project Odessa? Look how cloudy this Compound V is. It's because the stabilization of Compound V is the first and maybe the most important phase of Project Odessa. Vought is still working on testing V on adults at Sage Grove, mind you, and they are working on perfecting the green temp V. But stabilizing Compound V so that adults can take it reliably is the first goal of Vought. Marie is crucial to this goal because the secrets of Compound V lies in how it interacts with the bloodstream and the human body as a whole. And Marie's power set is perfect for this, and they knew it right after she was born. Remember, Marie's mom could not get pregnant before Vought conceived her at God U.
I was conceived at a clinic.
At Godolkin University. Jackie and Malcolm tried for years to get pregnant. IVF was too expensive. Vought came along and it seemed like a miracle.
Conceiving in this context is taking a sperm and an egg, combining them, creating a zygote, which is then implanted in the uterine lining of Marie's mother. But we know the zygote was dosed with high amounts of compound V, not dissimilar to Homelander. Although in his case, the seed came from Soldier Boy. And the results were not only a successful birth where every other baby did not survive, but Marie changed her mother's body for the better. She can now give birth naturally.
Wait, if they couldn't get pregnant, then what about Annabeth?
No medical intervention needed there. Turns out Annabeth was the real miracle.
No, Marie is the real miracle. It's giving Dune Part 2 with all these powerful fetuses, or feti, depending on your Latin. Marie may think she can only manipulate blood, but she can probably alter it or take things out of it, or maybe even alter a person's physiology like she did her mom while in the womb.
Connect with every cell in that bag as if it were a part of your own body.
How else could she be more powerful than Homelander unless she possesses the power to remove the V from his blood or make his blood reject the V? Her powers more than likely surpasses Victoria Newman's because of when they both got compound V. Victoria probably got V as a baby like most people, but we know Marie had V in the womb, just like Homelander and just like Ryan. But blood powers are very rare.
You are very rare. An exceptional girl.
And it's probably why Stan Edgar adopted her way back when. Marie, when she reaches her full potential, could have the power to take away godhood by removing the V from a soup's blood or making their blood reject the compound V. And she could have the power to create gods by perfecting the compound V to be used perfectly in adults. Could you imagine her humbling Homelander by making his blood reject compound V and he hits the ground like Superman with kryptonite? But this is all phase 1, because phase 2 is global soup domination. We have one last season of The Boys left and everything is coming to a head. I believe Project Odessa is the end game. It starts with perfecting compound V so anyone can take it with no negative side effects, aka a bad superpower or not being able to have kids.
But I thought I couldn't.
So did I.
Ryan is the first natural soup birth, and it's no coincidence his father had V in the womb. Kids like Maverick and Andre got the same powers as their fathers, but they were not naturally born with powers. They still had compound V injections as infants. But you can't become the master race if you can't effectively procreate. And that's why what Marie was able to do with her mother's body was so important, and I doubt Dr. Gold was surprised when her powers manifested and they were blood related. She probably has the power to perfect the soup race and start the transition to global soup domination. The Boys TV show has been hinting at this goal since season 2. Frederick Vought, Stormfront, and Dr. Godolkin were thick as thieves back in the day. Vought and Stormfront were married, and Dr. Godolkin was Vaught's right-hand man.
What do you know about Thomas Godolkin?
He was a white dude who founded God U.
Yeah, he was Frederick Vaught's right-hand man.
And they were all Nazis. So when Stormfront tells you the grand plan, it's as good as hearing it from Frederick Vought himself.
Frederick didn't care about all the fans or stardom or any of that shallow bullshit. We are in a war for the culture. The other races are grinding us down and taking what is rightfully ours, but we can fight back with an army of supermen, millions strong, because that is Vaught's true destiny. And you will be the man who will lead us.
That's the plan. Things are in motion. We are in too deep. Of course, Marie won't want to take part in this, so we'll see how she gets out of it. But if Cipher really is Godolkin, this is what he's grooming Marie for. So what do you guys think about this theory? Let me know in the comments. I really want to know your thoughts about this. If you stayed this far, smash that subscribe button. I gotta be better than the last bloke you just watched. Click here to spam all of my other content. And as always, thank you for inviting me into your home, and thank you for joining me in mine. I will see you guys in the next video.